na ka video kendabye ak'omukazi akulira Human Rights Commission e Uganda. Mukazi gwe wikasiyo n'abantu abakulinaanye n'ekikakyo kyonna Mukama Katonda abakolimire mufenga muzunga. Ogambye gwe Mariam Wangadya. Mariam Wangadya. Netaga okumanya amakulu g'erinnya Wangadya. Banafa abave bulambuli mutusasire mutwe ku meaning y'erinnya. Before we put our opinions, tuzo okwa tuwono obudde ku muntu Katonda bwe yasiimuula nga Katonda. Too bad such an institute ekulibwa omukyala atayinaamu waddeka empathy mu mutima gwe, atayinaamu kabuntu, atayinaamu kantu konna kalumirirwa bantu, simply because gwe wazaala ku mulembe ogwayitako agaana go ne gakula ne gafuna agafo mu government ne gabeera protected and yourself. Where do you even get the audacity, I mean the nerves, to come in camera and tell us what you told us? Wajjewo amaanyi n'obuyinza. Okay, osobola tuyamba n'otuwako ku definition y'ekigambo kuwamba. Kituwe mu luzungu kuba ogambe totegeera Luganda. Bwe totegeera Luganda, do not ever come and make a comment or statements in our language when you're fooling us abalutegeera. Tokiddanga muggwe. Yogera mu lulambuli, olimba abeewammwe, osiriwaza abeewammwe, ffe twesonyiire ddala. Mirundi emekanga Human Rights Commission muvuddeyo okuyamba abantu. Abamawulire bakubiddwa ne bajja ku Human Rights Commission mwali mukoze ki? Okay, twogere ku bamawulire for starters abalire mu camera, the people you know. Bemwali swali nento najja kunjogera kuba meka abazze ku Human Rights Commission ne mubayamba. Bameka. Just because you people wake up and find yourselves in big positions, they simply nga temutegeera bye muyina kola. Toddangamu okujja mu lulimi lwaffe n'olukolamu statement. Ate nomala ne wewana nti omanyiza Oluganda sirutegeera, manyiko olwo kasimanyanga ani lwe yaleete wammwe. Lwesonyiwe yogere mu lulambuli n'oluzungu. Kigambo kuwamba kitegeeza ki? Tuwa amakulu gaakyo mu lulambuli tukitegeere oba mu luzungu. N'olaba drone nga zikwata abantu. Tewali warrant ne bakwata omuntu ne bamutwala. Ne police ne mwegana nga mumunoonya amaje ne gamwegana, aba counter terrorism ne bamwegana, buli muntu buli kitongole kikumadde ne kimwegana omuntu nabula a year plus. Then you come in public and open what you call a mouth. No tutegeezanga abantu bakozesa obubi ekigambo kuwamba. This is not a political thing, this is a Ugandan matter. Gwe mukazi gwe bino si bya bufuzi betwogerako. Njogera ku nsonga ekwata ku bwise kino moba wayingire obufuzi batu wayingire. Bangwe baba bakima tebikyali nti bakimyani. Nada mu kamera n'otuddako tusirwalirako tulirako obugege. Ffe tuddamu tumanyiira. Kigambo kuwamba okitegeera otya? Abaganda bagamba seruka mama yito bali kwata kuliryo. Olitegeera nti n'ababyogera tebali mu kusiika chapati. Okay, okuwamba kitegeeza kituyambe ko tukitegeere. Naye mwe bantu mwe bomutulaba kama tumutuyita basiru titulimbuzi. Obadde onyuma kusirika kubanga omaze ebbanga ng'osirise. Tulajanide Human Rights Commission ebbanga ng'osirise sirikirayo onyuma osirise bw'oyogera owunya akamwa. Ebikuvaamu bivundu. Abaana b'abantu bakwatiddwa, abaana b'abantu basibiddwa, abaana b'abantu battiddwa. And you come in the camera openly. Emisana tuku n'oyogera mbuna ekigambo kuwambibwa tekirimu mu ggwanga tukikozesa bukozesa bubi. Are you okay? Like, are you still in your normal senses? Are you okay? Mariam Wangadya. Are you okay? Like, I really want to know. Too bad you're a woman. Ndikwogera nawe in a very bad way because ndi sad and mad. Nze ngai n'abaganda bange abaana ab'obulenzi abato the teens. Bugenda kera ku machanga bamuyodde bamusanze ku mudala gwa chapati wakola bamututte. Gwe gye twaliddukidde omaze okuteekawo ekijinjimbo tewali kuwamba bantu. Kati n'omutunuulira n'amaaso ne gakuluma n'olira ng'oyagala muwoka oba kiki oba luyi wabula nakkuba oluyi. Oyogeremu ku bintu by'amagezi. Kyokka naawe oli mukazi olina endeeyazaala omwana. Olina n'abakuyita jjajja. Tusaba Katonda bakwateko ku bantu ababakwatako bantu mmwe. You know there was a time kiwamba baana we yabeererawo ennyo. Nga bagamba abaana bato babawamba nga bava ku masomero, abaana babawamba nga gavumenti esirise. Naye waliwo omwana w'omukulu asula awo mu kizungu Makindi bawamba omwana we. Why you people remember that story? Baba bawamba babiri oba omu nadde omu bamutta. Gavumenti yavaayo n'ekola. Tusaba Katonda ku bantu bekikwatako babawambireko ku bantu bababattire. Trust me mujja kola. Trust me you will wake up. But simply because you're being protected, oli ku sente zaffe z'omuyiwa omusolo kuolanda malira agagulu agakulinga ag'enjovu, oviirayo mu gateeteeyi agatengi n'agaviiriviiri agatanyumye n'ojja mu kamera n'oyogera bye wayogedde kasasiro omwereere. It was better ng'osirise. Nnyabo ekigambo kuwamba abantu kikozesa bubi. Are you okay? Did you even listen to yourself? olumbe ne lutta abantu abategere ne luleka abantu ngamu. I don't care if you have relatives or you don't have. Kubanga naffe totulumirirwa oba tulina abaffe oba tetulina. Abaana enkya n'eggulu bawambibwa bakwatibwa drone oziraba emmotoka za bulijjo ziraba olina gira mu ngoye za bantu ba bulijjo ayina emmundu atutta omwana ekyo bakiyita kinnyabo. Tuyambeko tutegeere bakiyita ki ekyo. What is the difference between arrest and abduction? Otugambe tomanyi Luganda. What's the difference? Okay. Kati nga bwatugambye nti si buli akwatiddwa nti aba awambiddwa. In your capacity, in your understanding, can you come out clarify ku akwatiddwa abeera afaanana atya era nawambiddwa abeera afaanana atya? Kubanga twakugambye tukikozesa buli ekigambo gwakimanyi jangu otuyamba otunyonnyola. Because you just came out and, nowanda ebigambo byo. Okukwata kwekuluwa n'okuwambibwa kwekuluwa. Kubanga ffe betwogerako nnyabo tubimanyi nti akwatiddwa twalidda ku poliisi ne bamuggulako omusango. Then twogera ku bakwatibwa ne drone n'emmotoka za buyonjo esena number plate ne batwalibwa ne tutamanya na gye bali. Poliisi n'ebeegaana, buli kimu ne kibeegaana ne babulwako amayitire. Twagala ojja otunnyonnyole abo akwatiddwa n'awambiddwa so that we can reason at your level. Alumba Mariam Wangadya, did you just want people to talk about you also? Did you just want to become known? Did you just want to get that 15 minutes fame? Did you just want to represent women in a funny and stupid way? Were you forced to come and talk? If you were forced, then if it was out of, your capacity, nze nkulira balina okumanya nti nze ndiwo oyagala okulaga abantu nti gwe otuddewo kubanga badde simanyi nakumanya nti gwe oliwo banga etumaze nga tulaajana okuva oliwo yafa twetumanyi ne kampani yonna yafiirako gwe waddawo gwe oyina ebitali bizimba. Tulabye shoes, leave it. Yes. Tulabye naye mukama mulungi naawe wazaala ate okyassa bakyayinza naawe okutwala sigososokolera gavumenti bangi abaagikolera bangi abaakusookawo naye nga nabo balina bye bayiseemu tusaba Katonda naawe akuweeko ku kajjula ako ku dining okalyeko okawulire olidda n'otubuulira nakigambo bakikozesa bubi naye bantu mwe mukudaala odudde maama okudadde oliba olaba nnaku kiggwe nakufa oli kuyita okwebaka n'amagombo oligalabamu kalina kega tuli basibu omuntu naabula okumala omwaka plus as in a year plus and you come out in the public oyogera ebintu by'ekisiru bwe bityo. Kale tulabye nnyo Baba, stop shouting. No, that's not good. Tulabye nnyo bannange amanyi neebuuza ne kye bafunamu mu kukikozesa obubi naffe twebuuza kyofunamu mu kujja n'olimba ensi emisana ttuku.
Butereevu oli ku mukutu gwa Uganda One Media habwentyo kwensinzidde okubanga nkutuusaako amawulire mu bujjuvu. Kakati ampuliriza ebigambo by'owulidde bya mukyala Fifi the Queen agenda maaso n'okubanga bw'atyo abiwerekereza omukyala Mariam Wangadya. Ampuliriza embeera omukyala Mariam Wangadya wenjogerera bino nga ebibye si birungi. Kakati kandukuviire ku ntono. Ampuliriza gye buvuddeko awo omukyala Mariam Wangadya yavaayo anaakiruganya lwatu n'agamba nga abwalekulidde akakiiko aka Uganda Human Rights Commission. Ampuliriza ezimu ku nsonga ze yawa Mariam Wangadya okuva akakiiko kano kwe kuba nti mwami Museveni yali agenze mu maaso n'okubanga amuteekako bakompitita ng'omwali musajja mukulu Simeo Nsubuga ng'agamba kakati bano basuse okumulima empenda eri mukama we mwami Museveni. Ampuliriza ensonga endala Mariam Wangadya yagenda maaso n'okubanga ng'alekulira akakiiko kano aka Human Rights Commission yagamba nti akakiiko kano mwami Museveni takawa kitiibwa. N'agamba ensonga lwaki takawa kitiibwa abamu ku bakomishona abagenda maaso n'okubanga adampinga mu kakiiko kano ampuliriza be twandiyise ba political failure wamu n'abo abalwadde b'akawuka ka mukenenya era ng'ekibaleesa mu kakiiko kano kwe kulabika nga bafuna eddagala oba bafuna ARVs okubanga bejjanjaba. N'agamba olw'ensonga ezo bw'atyo yagenda mu maaso n'okuba nga yasikirizibwa okusuulawo ampuliriza w'ofiisi eno bw'atyo agende yakola emirala. Ampuliriza omukyalo ono ng'amaze okuba nga bw'atyo alekulira w'ofiisi eno yamala n'avaayo n'akola interview n'agamba nti mu kaseera ng'alekulidde w'ofiisi eno afunye amasimu mangi agamutiisatiisa. N'agamba nti yafunako n'obulumbaganyi obumu bwe yali aliko akafo akamu ke yali agenzeeko ak'ekyama. N'agamba nti yafuna okutiisibwatiisibwa era n'agenda maaso n'okuba nga akinoganya n'agamba obulamu bwe butambulira mu matigga. Kakati ampuliriza gye buvuddeko bakomishona b'akakiiko kano aka Uganda Human Rights Commission ampuliriza baavuddeyo ne bagenda maaso n'okukola olukuŋŋaana olwazaalidde omukyala Mariam Wangadya ampuliriza ebitukula makayi byazaalira ku ttale. Kakati wuliriza ampuliriza olukiiko olwakubiriziddwa musajja mukulu Semeo Nsubuga lwagenze maaso n'okukinoganya ne bakola accountability wakati nga Mariam Wangadya abadde addukanya w'ofiisi eno eya Uganda Human Rights Commission ampuliriza ssente nnyingi ezigenze maaso n'okuba nga zibulankanya public resources nnyingi ezigenze maaso n'okuba nga ampuliriza azibulankanyizibwa era nga bino byonna byateereddwa ku mukyala Mariam Wangadya. Bino mwabaddemu emmotoka ezigenda maaso n'okuba nga zikozesebwa akakiiko kano aka Uganda Human Rights Commission, mwabaddemu generator ezagenda maaso n'okuba nga zireetebwa akakiiko kano. Zino zonna ampuliriza abagenze maaso n'okuba nga bakebera nga bino byonna omukyala Mariam Wangadya yakuulitanga nabyo. Ekyennaku ampuliriza bagenze okukebera entambula omukyala Mariam Wangadya zazze ng'atambula nga zino zonna ampuliriza teziri mu mateeka wabula ng'omukyala ono akigambibwa azze nga azitambula ye nga ye okwesenyusaamu oba olwa personal benefits nga teziyamba kakiiko kano aka Uganda Human Rights Commission. Ampuliriza n'ebirala bingi ebyagenze maaso n'okuba nga bisibwa ku mukyala ono wabula nga bw'omanyi nti ampuliriza kisawo kyataliiwo kijjula amayinja. Kakati okwewala olugero olwo ampuliriza komishona eyabadde akubiriza akakiiko kano yagenze maaso n'okuba nga alagira omukyala Mariam Wangadya n'agamba nti kakati bw'atyo naye asobole okuba nga ajja mu kakiiko kano ampuliriza agende mu maaso n'okuba nga yeewozaako ku bino ebyabadde bimwogerwako. Kakati ampuliriza olunaku olwaleero nga lwe lunaku omukyala Mariam Wangadya lwagenze maaso n'okuba nga alabikako mu maaso ga Paalamenti asobole okubitemya oba okubitebya ebyo ebyabadde bimwogerwako. Wabula omukyala ono mu kwogera ampuliriza azze nga ali mu nnyiike ey'ekitalo nga ali mu maziga ali mu miwoobe olw'ebigambo byagenze maaso n'okuba nga ampuliriza abyogerwa wabula okusinziira ku mbeera gye yagiddemu byalagidde lwatu nti bino ebyabadde bimwogerwako ampuliriza byabadde bituufu. Kakati ampuliriza wakati nga Mariam Wangadya amaze okutegeera nti kakati bamuguddemu oba n'ategeera nti olukwe oluliwo oba oliawo kwe kulabika nga bamuteeke mabega w'emitayimbwa yavuddeyo n'obukodyo. Obukodyo Mariam Wangadya ampuliriza bwe yavuddeyo nabo kwe kuba nti no yakaabidde mu maaso g'akakiiko kano n'abagamba bannange munsaasire, ndi mukyala munaku, ndi mukyala muzadde, nina mutabani wange namulabira okuva nga wa wiiki 3 nzazze nga amulabira ebbanga lyonna wenjogerera mutabani wange yakaweza emyaka 3. Munsaasire, mutabani wange wenjogerera yazadde omuzzukulu, bannange munsaasire, ate nze breadwinner nze ayimirizaawo famire. Naye nga jjukira Mariam Wangadya ono wabadde mu ofiisi eno ampuliriza abazze bakwata bannayuganda bangi ye baatamanyiiko history yenna ng'essaawa eno ampuliriza bannayuganda abo newenjogera bino nga bavundira mu makomera wabula amaloboozi mangi gavuddeyo ampuliriza ne galaajanira omukyalo ono wakati ng'ali mu ofiisi eno eya Uganda Human Rights Commission nga bagamba bannaye Mariam Wangadya oboolyawo gavumenti tekoze kimala okulaba nga ekuuma eddembe ly'abantu, eddembe ly'obuntu lityoboolwa mu ggwanga erya Uganda ng'omukyalo ono yeesulayo kyanneesirikidde. Ne bwe yatuuka n'agamba nti basement teziriyo mu ggwanga erya Uganda. Kakati nno ampuliriza lw'oyagaliza muka kitaawo lumaliriza lututte nnyoko. Essaawa ya leero Mariam Wangadya ampuliriza kakati asaba bannayuganda bamusaasire bamuteeke mu ssaala kubanga essaawa yonna yandyolekera basement. Mariam Wangadya yamaliriza asaba mukama we ekisonyiwo Mwami Museveni, n'asaba ne bannayuganda bonna at large, more especially abali ku ludda oluvuganya gavumenti akubanga akkirizagaana be bazzenga balinnyirirwa eddembe lya wabula Mariam Wangadya ampuliriza ne yeesulirayo gwa naggamba. Bano bonna yabeetondedde. Ampuliriza kansoke nkuwe ku byabadde mu kakiiko nga bagenda maaso n'okulumiriza omukyala Mariam Wangadya n'omwabadde okulinnya ennyonyi ez'okumukumu nga ssente zino ampuliriza kigambibwa abadde azijja mu nsako y'akakiiko kano kyokka nga abadde talina ku mirimu gy'akakiiko kano aka Uganda Human Rights Commission. Katono nnyo kansoke nkuwe akatambi kano n'oluvannyuma nkomewo kubanga kansoke nkuwe akatambi nga bagenda mu maaso n'okulumiriza omukyala Mariam Wangadya n'oluvannyuma atweyongereyo ne kano ng'ali mu paalamenti nga yeetondera ababaka, nga yeetondera Mwami Museveni, nga yeetondera ne bannayuganda n'oluvannyuma nkomewo atweyongereyo n'amawulire gaffe.
My colleague here, Honorable Kaheru, in the document which you will read, he took a government vehicle which was donated by OCHA when they are closing up for personal use and kept it in his own until when the dossier came up, he returned the vehicle. Yes, unregistered, and it alleged it had a UPDF H4 something number because it was not yet registered in the assets of the UHRC. Evidence is there of vehicle being returned, and the personal assistant wrote returning it. Another one, the generators which were bought were taken in the homes of Honorable Chairperson Wangadya and Honorable Kaheru. It's also there. So those are some of the things.
You people even steal generators?
I don't know. You can borrow or you use. I don't know. Then the other one. There is some documents which I'm looking for here, which I may present.
Sorry, Chair. Were those generators bought? Were those generators bought using the Commission's money, or it was donated?
Completely government money, and all evidence that the procurement process was faulted. And then lastly, when the accounting officer.
One, I took a UN-donated vehicle in May 2025, and I used it for personal activities, and I have never brought it back. That is utterly false. In fact, I wish to mention that I requested to borrow a car from the Commission, from the accounting officer. That car was borrowed to me. The moment I saw media reports circulating that in fact, the wording in the media was different. It was worse. I stole a car from the Commission. That very day, I sent it back to the Commission.
Crispin, help my members to understand. How would you borrow a car from government?
Now, let me give you a background. In fact, for the benefit of this committee, I want to give you a background that for 1 year, since I joined the Commission, I never had an official car. I never had an official car. Wear and tear was on me. Fuel was on me. Everything was on me for 1 full year.
Chair, I wanted to ask.
Allow Crispin to give us that information, because I also didn't know you bought a car from government. I want to learn.
Shall I proceed? Thank you. Around April, that stated year, my car, official car, which had been allocated to me, was regularly in the garage. Regularly, time and again. And I went to the accounting officer to say, can I have a car that is in motorable condition, it is in a usable condition? And that car was given to me. So, yes. So that is the background. And the moment, it should be in writing. My personal assistant should have written, requesting. I would need to confirm.
Chair, Chair.
No. Please. That is, you asked your personal assistant, right?
To request for a vehicle for me.
And you're sure he did that?
I can confirm that, Chair.
Chair, can I? Through you. Chair, can I inquire?
No.
This thing is in the media. I wanted to
wait on, and we need him to actually clarify, because we are. I don't want to blackmail for lack of the truth. Are there instances where the car is signed by another person, your personal assistant, but handed over to you? Isn't that irregular?
Chair, just to supplement, is the personal assistant authorized to do an activity of that nature? Because much as this may not have maybe legal reprimand, but the commissioner should take this committee serious. But you cannot just say that I don't even know whether the personal assistant. First, for you to mention that you borrowed a car using your personal assistant, that alone is irregular.
And it's not about taking the committee serious per se, but also your integrity.
True.
We don't want it to come to disrepute. We want you to be clear on what was done and what ought to be done. Cohen, you had another issue.
Thank you, Chair.
I'm allowing you, and I will not allow any other interjection.
Thank you, Chair.
They are responding.
With this, because this is one of the key issues that I think is here and arrive, and he's telling us that it is his personal assistant who picked the car, and it was on borrowing. Maybe can he tell us whether he was given a fuel card, whether the fuel he was using was for commission, and it was for which car? Was it the one that was in the garage, or it was the one that you were using, the one we are calling the borrowed car? And if it is the borrowed one, is there any decision of the commission regarding that? And that's why I was asking about the transport policy. Thank you, Chair.
Please. What you can't, please don't answer.
Thank you very much, Chair. May I get my facts right and get back to this kind committee? I'll move on to the next issue. Yes, so the standby generator that is referred to in the allegations was budgeted for, procured, supervised and allocated by the accounting officer as part of an institutional program to establish secure off-site workstations for both the chairperson and the members by both the government of Uganda and GIZ. This was rolling out to be an institutional-wide ICT support measure. So it's not a personal benefit, as has been portrayed. But also, let me add this, that the moment I read in the media that a generator was an issue, that very day I transported it back to the Human Rights Commission.
Did you mean to say that the oversight place was your home?
Chair.
The off-site place?
Yes.
Oh.
Chair, information. My question was very clear. When these generators were being procured, they were procured for purposes of doing the commission's work, not personal work in your homes. These generators ended up in your homes and premises. Now you are telling us that when you realized that this generator was in the media is when you returned. That's where we have an issue.
No,
where is the policy?
He said, and I quote, these commissioners here approve the policy. Not so? These commissioners approve the policy that you should have an off-site station with a stable supply of power. We did not approve that.
Maybe check and the commissioners confirm, because this is a new allegation that is being made, and they are here, they can tell us, because we have bring facts.
Honorable Chair and members, 2 generators were procured. One was taken by the chairperson, another one was taken by Honorable Kaheru. Period.
Before you go to purchasing, can you highlight us what led to the procurement of these generators? What was the need? Which caused them to be purchased?
There was no need.
The need.
There was no need. Because between you and me, Honorable Chair, we have up-country stations which need generators.
The need was to create a stable supply of power at off-site stations, which included Mr. Crispin Kaheru's home and the chairperson's home.
Period.
Chair.
Am I correct?
Chair, through you.
No. You, in government, you cannot procure without a minister,
Chair.
can you?
Chair.
But that's for the accounting officer, honourable members. Thank you. So
Chair.
let's close that chapter.
Through you.
That's for
Through
the
you.
account. On that very one?
Please.
On the generators?
Please.
On the generators? I want
Yes.
to just be,
Mr. Kaheru, Commissioner, if this generator was at your home, rightfully, why would you take it back? If you know you got it in the right way and you were entirely entitled to it, why would it bother you to take it back after hearing it in the press?
Thank you very much. I took it back on account that the media reports that came out were with regard to Commissioner Kaheru had stolen a commission generator and taken it to his residence.
in other words, you wanted to cleanse your image.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Let's go to Commissioner Mara. Not on the generator. Not on the generator. Let's first go to Commissioner Mara.
Chair, there is one
clarification
on the
Chair.
issue of
with theft is to the effect that you must have taken something without claim of right, with the intention of depriving the owner of the same. The thing must be capable of being stolen. It was in your possession, you had a claim of right. You had not stolen it. Why are you returning it? Secondly,
to cleanse his image.
But now, did he take it illegally? And again, do you have evidence that you returned it?
Eliab, what were you saying?
Thank you, Chair. Commissioner Kaheru, for honestly disclosing to Ugandans that he had taken illegally the generator. Yes, illegally, because you have clearly stated that you only returned it after running it in the media that they were tarnishing your name. Yet, now you confirm that you had taken it without the mandate of the commission. So I thank you very much for actually informing us.
You are welcome, Eliab. Thank you. Commissioner Kaheru, hold on a second.
Chair,
Commissioner
I
Kaheru,
have
hold on a
only
second.
been raising my hand. And the
Commissioner
people who
Kaheru,
grab
hold
the
on a
microphone,
second.
you give them an opportunity.
Commissioner Kaheru, hold on a second. I want to go to Commissioner Mara to respond to the issues raised.
Mr. Chairman, before Commissioner Mara, mine rate.
Inclusion of two 260 GV generators in the budget by the Commission, planner for the residence of the chairperson and Commissioner Kaheru, claiming that it is intended to power an internet equipment that was supplied to NITA Uganda to enable them work from home. The equipment was supplied with its battery to run on normal power. It is currently using 8 MB of bandwidth, each charged on the account of the Commission under NITA U, which budget is now exhausted.
Chairman and members, I was in the middle of apologizing to the country for the language I used, which I said is beneath my character. I'm sorry to all those I offended, but please know I had been pushed to the edge. The people who know me know that that is not my character. I recognize my Member of Parliament for Nakawa East, Senior Counsel. Congratulations, my own. Honorable members, the institution I head has the widest mandate under the Constitution. Article 52 refers. This Article 52 lists not fewer than 9 responsibilities or tasks of the Uganda Human Rights Commission. In addition to these, there are others which may arise under the state of emergency. Today, honorable members, I should be attending to these functions. I should be supervising investigations. I should be reading files. I should be writing decisions or rulings. I should be constituting panels for tribunal sessions. Today, Mr. Chairman, I should be in the field hosting barazas, talking to refugees, interacting with stakeholders. I should be hosting press conferences talking about the major human rights issues of the day. I should be convening commission meetings. But, Chairman, I have spent the past 5 months fielding questions and defending myself before every media house in Uganda. I have spent the past 5 months telling them that I am not in hiding, that there is no investigation on me, that I am not a thief. I have spent the past 5 months telling journalists that I'm not in exile, that I'm not on the run, and that we Ugandans no longer go to exile, but instead receive and host millions of refugees. I have spent the last 5 months being terrorized by the media, receiving calls from friends and relatives who comfort me, and from haters who tell me to go to hell. I spend all my time worrying about posts on X, on TikTok, and other social media platforms. Mr. Chairman, I now have to defend myself before committees of parliament. So far, I have received at least three invitations to appear before 3 different committees of parliament. All the invitations arrived in 2 days. One of them required me to appear the next day. Mr. Chairman, none of those invitations is about the current human rights issues. They are all about responding to false and petty accusations. This is really sad. In addition to the Commission's mandate under Article 52 of the Constitution, Section 4 of the Uganda Human Rights Commission says, I quote, "The chairperson shall be the head of the Commission, be responsible for the direction of the affairs and for administration of the Commission, and monitor and supervise the work of the Secretary." I quote. I have been taken away from these roles. My full-time job now is to defend myself against baseless, malicious, and defamatory accusations. Meanwhile, the work of at least 3 members of the Commission, that is half of the Commission, is to conspire against the chairperson and one of their colleagues, to orchestrate a smear campaign against her, to place defamatory stuff in the media, to lodge baseless complaints against her at every investigative agency on the land, to report her to the President, to the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, to the Attorney General, to Parliament, and do anything and everything to destroy her. Their constitutional mandate is irrelevant to them. The meetings they claim for are not for work. They are intended to avail them a forum to humiliate, to harass and taunt the chairperson. I ask, where is the value for money for the Ugandan taxpayer? Honorable members, you live in this country. You have watched and listened for yourselves to the psychological terror I, Commissioner Kaheru, and the staff members suffer every day. Yesterday, you hosted here members of the Commission. You listened to each one of them. You heard and witnessed the disrespect, contempt, hatred, and vitriol they harbor for me, their leader. You saw their demeanor. You heard their pettiness. I invite you just for a second to try to imagine what our meetings look like. Honorable Chairman and members, I was a member of the Uganda Human Rights Commission for 17 years. I actually was part of the Pioneer Commission. I worked under 2 different chairpersons, Mrs. Sekaja, the pioneer chairperson, and the late Hadimedi Kagwa. I could never have imagined that a head of institution could be bullied, humiliated, harassed and taunted and disrespected, more so to that extent. I worked under Justice Irene Mulyagonja, then Inspector General of Government, for 8 years. I cannot fathom that we, her deputies, could ever have done to her anything near to what is being done to me. I have been a single mother to my son since he was 3 weeks old. Soon he will be 30 years old. He has a toddler son and a wife, and I'm their sole breadwinner. By the time a woman in my situation picks a pen, places it on paper, and writes a letter resigning her job,
Chairman, maybe we can have a procedure. Chairman, we have some procedural issues.
Let the chairperson finish making her submission before we chip in.
She must be in unimaginable agony. On behalf of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, as currently constituted, I apologize to His Excellency the President, to this Parliament, and to all the people of Uganda and all stakeholders. We have let you down.